What's the thing I'm saying about the team is none other than the King of Shade himself, Shade Lifter. Welcome back to another episode of Tipsy Cocktails. I know y'all missed us for about a good 2 weeks. Yeah, we had needed to take a mental break. Yeah. That's what we told our job anyways. But y'all already know who it is. My fabulous co-host, Miss Asia Monet. And Miss Renity J. How y'all feeling? How y'all week been? How this little break been?
It's been a lot going on. We've been super busy, super tired, but I'm glad to be back.
Purr. Same thing for you, Miss Aisha.
Pretty much, we've been, elevating into new beginnings and stuff,
We like that.
But we had to pull together today because we almost didn't make it today.
Either. So nothing but God right there. So is y'all sipping on something this week, this tonight?
I think we sipped enough last night, so we
got a little H2O.
So y'all sipping on water. All right.
Yeah, I got them drunk last night.
All right, that's all right. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with a little as the people like to call it, devil juice.
Oh.
So y'all, before y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment. Go check out the last few episodes because since we did put out episodes like 2 weeks for 2 weeks, y'all go check out the old episodes. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like, tell a couple people. You know how we do over here. We finna go ahead and jump into the mess because while we've been gone, the people been messy, been real violent out here. Lord Jesus. We're gonna start not necessarily lighthearted. We're gonna start off we'll take off. If for the people that don't know who that is, he is 1/3 of the Migos. And recently, I believe was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I believe Thursday. There we go. Because I remember I was going into work when I heard about it. So it was Thursday. He was reported shot down to Houston at a club and stuff. And we just want to send our prayers. How y'all feel about the whole situation? I got a few people I want to cuss out because of this whole situation. But how y'all feel about Takeoff basically being murdered? It wasn't like passing like natural causes. No, he got murdered.
It's very, very, very sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you know me, like, especially coming up, when Migos hit the scene when I was about 8th, 9th grade, like, I was fucking with them heavy. Takeoff was, like, my favorite one out of the three, but the fact that he was very unproblematic,
and
he got caught up in all of this and was murdered, like, that's what makes it even sadder. Like, that's just not something you wake up and expect to hear. So, yeah, I was very sad about that.
How you feel about it, Ms. Aisha?
Yeah, same. I think for people, they've been on Facebook or Twitter saying that, like, we shouldn't feel type way. We don't know these folks. Which is, to a certain extent, true.
Yeah.
But if, like, we grew. They came out when I was like my freshman year of college. It was what is it? Hannah Montana, I think.
In Versace.
And so this is kind of like somebody that's been around for a group that's been around for a long time. So it's not like if somebody new, we like clout chase and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I will say he was very unproblematic and the most quietest one I could had the least to say as much. And it's kind of sad when those people
Right.
So.
Very much that.
Prayers to that group. And hopefully, and it's also sad when you're not talking to someone and they pass away. So that's also sad.
Yeah, hopefully this incident will bring Quavo and Offset back together and stuff. And also I would like to personally say a big F you to TMZ because what was the point?
Absolutely.
Like we get he was dead. We know what a dead body looked like. You didn't have to post that man dead body. It was bad enough folks saw
the they posted dead body? I thought we were talking about they posted Offset. It said it was.
Oh no, that was E! News.
Oh, okay.
So like we know what a dead body looked like. You didn't have to post his dead body, and it was bad enough that it was the video of him actually getting shot circled around the internet, so we didn't have to see his body laying on the ground or whatnot. And he knew every black person. I think all y'all knew was these people was in a group together and they got dreads. And you didn't have to do that. I feel like journalism is, as you should know much about this. You went to school for journalism. Ain't this all integrity? Like you gotta fact check shit.
You definitely are supposed to fact check when you're doing stories on people.
Right.
You know, it's been a long time since I've been in college. I don't know if they switched up the rules, but they did what you're supposed to do. And also, but I just think social media just take a difference in everything. Everybody wants to be the shock factor or be the first person to put a story out. So maybe that's what it is.
True. But my thing is, he knew been around since forever.
Y'all ain't no black people on y'all team.
So that's and then also since we didn't record like in 2 weeks, I would also like to send a super prayer and condolence out to Leslie Jordan and his family. He passed suddenly in a car accident, and I actually loved him. He got me through the pandemic. I watched him on Will and Grace. He was on the original Will and Grace and the reboot of Will and Grace. So he was so funny, unproblematic. You know, I don't go up for the white gays, but he was one that I live for. So how y'all felt? Just how y'all felt about the did y'all know him from his work or whatnot?
I loved him, and that I watched like any shows and stuff, but just seeing video clips of him, he was just like a little cute old man, always so happy and stuff like that. Like when you hear stuff about that, I mean, not to say that when anybody died, it's like, okay. But when you hear stuff about people that's just always just like good vibes or whatever, it's always like, dang, man. So yeah, that was sad.
Right. Question. So I do on our topic. Should we discuss this? Because it's still lingering in the celebrity gossip news, but it's old news. Should we discuss Kanye?
No.
I'm scared.
No, I don't.
I'm scared.
Okay, so overall, y'all get our feelings about Kanye. We stick on. We don't care.
I'm over him. And I really wish he would get the help that he needs. I don't know if this is a shock factor, it factor. He didn't want me in the news, but he need help. And if you, like Charlamagne said, if you really love him, please get him mental help. I'm tired of hearing about him every day.
It's so many layers to this.
Right.
But I'm glad he's on the fast right now. I'm glad he's on the social media fast.
I didn't see him talk to nobody either, so I hope that really work out.
So
he shouldn't talk to himself. Never mind.
Yeah, we see what talking to himself get.
Yeah, he don't need to talk to himself. Never mind.
So I think this next topic we're gonna save that for last, but this one, oh sweet baby Jesus. That young queen, middle-aged queen rather, Aubrey Graham, y'all may know him as Drake. Him and 21 Savage just dropped a duo album. Was it Friday? I believe it was Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And folks been posting lyrics and stuff or certain songs, doing clips on TikTok stuff. So this once I didn't hear the song through full out, but I seen the lyric, and basically they was people say it's not towards Miss Me, but we all know it is. They say it was it's shots fired towards me saying that bitch ain't got shot, but she's still a stallion. How do y'all feel about Megan addressed it on the on Twitter? Was like, stop speaking on shit y'all don't know. I'm tired of these men trying to get clout off my name and this, that, and third. How do y'all feel about Drake? And it was his lyric. How do y'all feel about Drake basically doing this?
I guess I go first because at first, when I first woke up that morning, I heard it. I was like, I seen her stuff first.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, who's talking about him? Because they do talk about all the time. So they can't never get no rest, right? So I kind of went back and listened to the song. And I hate to not side with me. But I don't think he was talking directly about her. I think it was a play on words a little bit. It kind of, you can say it too, but I thought that he was talking about a woman lying about getting butt shots too. So that's what I took it. But at first, when she said, I like me. So I was like, why would he do that?
Right.
Ain't nothing to talk about it. But I feel like it was a play on words. Granted, he probably shouldn't use those play on words with her name because bitch lied about getting shots. She got shot. So but I kind of went the other way after I listened to the song.
How you feel about it, Miss Rain?
So let me just say I love 21. And so when Drake was like, 21, can you do something for me? I felt that because I love and yeah, I just love 21. I listened to a couple songs, and at the time that people started talking about that, like Asia said, I seen Meg post and I seen everybody else post. I hadn't listened to the song yet. The songs I did listen to were pretty good, and then I saw that and I was like, now why the fuck would you have to go and do that? I definitely think it's a double meaning, and I think he knew what he was doing. Now, the intent behind this thing, like Drake, like he's a very peculiar person. So he probably thought, okay, I'm finna do something with this, period. Like, okay, you gonna say like, that's clever as fuck, let me say this, but that's in very poor taste. Like, the line was in very poor taste. And with him being of the status he is, you gotta know how to do shit. So at first I was like, well, I don't like that shit. Then I was like, well, I can kind of see him just thinking it's so clever and just it being in poor taste. But I was like, no, Drake know what he doing. Because I also listened to a song where he took shots at Serena husband. He definitely know what he doing. That was in poor taste. And I wish people would just leave Megan the fuck alone. Like, straight up. Just leave her alone. It was in very poor taste. You don't do no shit like that, Drake.
Right. Like,
and then Twitter ate his ass up because they was like, y'all can't forget that he got a white mama and a white baby mama, so he ain't valid. And I was like,
this is true now.
It explains a lot.
Somebody said he'd be mad if they said Adonis look like Ice Spice. Yeah, don't lie. That baby
do look like Ice Spice.
My thing is that young queen been getting on my nerves for a minute. Like, Miss Aubrey been getting on my nerves for a minute. I don't know what to say about it. He's a half-ass rapper. They go.
Come on, man.
They go by a ghostwriter. Like, it's just, he just do something to my spirit. I ain't gonna say I ain't never liked her Drake song because I did. Because I ain't one of them girls. I ain't one of them girls, just because I don't. Just because I dislike you, I ain't gonna say I ain't never liked none of your music because I did. But Drake, Miss Aubrey been getting on my nerves for a minute. I do not know what to say about him. He know what he was doing. He was, and my thing is, he's saying Serena's husband was a groupie. You also was a groupie. You was following her around right along with her husband. When you was
gonna act like that white king ain't got no money. That's what we not gonna act like. Because one thing about it,
we ain't gonna go as far as king. that's a nice white man.
One thing about it, that man is co-founder of Reddit. So we're not gonna do it.
Right.
Man, it's very fucking long.
So I bet you gonna read it right now. It's a whole bunch of I hate Drake. You're not gonna act like that man ain't got no money.
So I do not know what between him, his partner in crime, that young lady that I choose not to speak of, that's a lie.
His arch
that whole and the rest is just disgusting. Leave that girl alone. I seen her do a performance recently. And she ate you girls up for left and right and said, y'all gonna have to Miss Bitch try me. Y'all gonna have to pay me. I don't know the words per se. Y'all gotta look it up, but they're real cute, real clever, and stuff like that. I don't listen to rap like this, so I chose not to remember the lines.
Not to remember the line. But you wanted to repeat it, so I'm confused.
You hush your mouth, Asia.
Once again, journalism, fact check. You have to make sure
I ain't never said I was a journalist. I ain't never said I was a journalist. That's what I meant. I ain't never said I was a journalist. I ain't never said it. I just report the news. I don't make them bitches. And so our next topic is it's a touchy one. So Dwayne Wade.
I knew it.
Dwayne Wade and his ex-wife is back in the news. That was in the news some years back. But they in the news because his ex-wife is claiming that he is basically pressuring and putting on Zaya to change her name for monetary reasons, to get brand deals, to make him look better in the public eye, and this, that, and the third. And then he went on the down to the internet, letting the people know, I'm guessing this is a new way of parenting. You got to get on the internet saying so. He was like, there's no way I will pressure or put pressure on my child to transition to something they are not, and this and so. Did y'all watch it? I mean, not watch it. Did y'all catch the story? Did y'all read any of the tweets and this, that, and the third about?
I saw a picture of what Dwayne said, and I used to be a fan of Dwayne Wade when he played for Miami Heat. I was a big fan. So I've been keeping up with him and his family for a while now. His ex-wife is a mammy, not a mother. And so she's always been trying to do all of this stuff to bring herself into limelight because she got cut off. She's never tried to be a real parent to them kids, as far as I know. Like I said, I don't know them people personally, but from what I've been knowing over the years. So I feel like this is just her way of bringing attention to herself again. Like every few years is something. I don't see how, like, I know people do stuff, but I just don't see that man putting Zaya up to that. You can kind of tell that was her own decision.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And they just, as a parent, he just embraced it and did what he needed to do as any good father would. So I don't believe nothing that lady say at all. And if your kids don't want anything to do with you, that says a lot.
True. How you feel about it, Miss Asia?
I I only read like the beginning of his message, and I ain't seen none of her. So I can't really discuss it. But I really don't think that he is a part. I think if anything, he's encouraging her to go for what she wants. But I don't think he's like making her do it for a monetary gain or anything like that. Because if he did, he would have made sure she had the best hair of all hair.
I knew you was going to talk about her
first came out.
And they got plenty money. Plenty money.
He would have made sure she had top of the top clothes when she came out. I mean, and the wigs would have been that stiff and dry. I just believe that wholeheartedly in my heart. So he let her make her own decisions. Because she want to be dry, ashy wigs. Let her do what she want to do.
Man, that is not what we're talking about this ain't.
Oh.
This bitch came with her own agenda.
So my thought is when from what I'm understanding, I'm hearing that I'm guessing they did her wrong throughout like the custody battle, and when they was getting divorced and stuff, Dwayne basically drug her through the mud and this, that, and the third. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true that is because I ain't follow when he was getting divorced and he was out there with Gabby. I don't know nothing about that. But I do know he got full custody of his kids. And if you trying to get your kids back, you going public saying that I'm out here parading to be a gender that I'm not, and this, that, and the third, just for money and brains deals. You got me fucked up. You fucked up our relationship because why would I want to have a relationship with a mother that sit there and down me out in public?
Exactly.
So she messed up any opportunity for them to have a relationship because you right there thought like you trying to hurt the daddy, but in the midst of the crossfire, I get hurt also. So that's they, and then why would she sit there? These people already. When I remember an interview Dwayne Wade did that he was like, me and my ex-wife seen something in Zion when she was like 4. We saw she was a little more feminine, was playing dress up and stuff, and they looked at each other and was like, yeah. So how then to come to now you was like, oh no, that's not my child. This, that, and the third. So I don't really know Miss Mama name. I was reading it today. It got a lot of letters that I don't know. So, and I was like, oh baby, I don't know this word. And I
know what Zaya get her fashion and hair sense from.
And that close for our celebrity news for this week because power to my good sis Zaya. She been killing it on every photo I've seen lately. Mother face been painted, hair been slayed.
Human hair, yeah.
And she been eating up them the fashion girls. So I just, she had. Now you can't say that, Miss Asia. She been eating the girls. Oh, don't do that.
My dogs didn't.
So we we care more about the kid in this situation, not y'all grown ass bickering and fighting. So hopefully throughout this whole situation, Zaya is in good mindset and stuff like that, and don't let this hurt her feelings and shit like that. So we're gonna jump over to the main topic. So I necessarily didn't know how I was gonna go about this topic, but I knew I wanted to discuss it because it's been on my heart. Our topic is healing your inner child to get a better adult. Like how I don't know how I'm gonna go about this topic, so I'm just ask y'all. We just gonna freeform this thing. How do you heal your inner child? What's the starting points? What do we go by when we healing our inner child to heal the adultness?
First, it's a lot of being honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of spending time in your prayer closet, relationship with God, or your high name, but I'm gonna say God. So and actually talking to someone, a professional, so to speak. But most importantly, being honest with yourself. Because a lot of us, we go through stuff or been through stuff that we kind of like put in the comments, and then you realize, oh yeah, that did happen. So a lot of like being honest with yourself and being vulnerable to yourself, like being able to express it.
True. How you feel about that question, Miss Rain? How do you heal your younger self to heal your older self?
It's definitely, I know people say it's crazy to talk to yourself, but you really do. Whether that's out loud or in your head, you just have to get to know yourself first and listen to that inner child. A lot of the times we think that the stuff that we see and we like now is just us as an adult, but really, a lot of the times our inner child be speaking to us in ways that we don't think about.
Right.
Like I may see a pair of shoes that I really wanted so bad when I was younger, and when I see them in the store as an older person, like something just keep drawing me to get them. Oh, because I was not able to get them when I was younger, I gotta have these now. I have my own money to get them now. Like I said, it starts by talking to yourself, being in tune with yourself, and then I think therapy is a big one. A lot of the times, if you can't be honest with yourself, or you try not to remember things, or try not to acknowledge things somebody else, a licensed professional, pointing something out to you, and making you think about things in a different light can help you and show you some scars and wounds that you may not have seen at first. Like Asia said, also your higher power, for me, that is God. Talking to God, most definitely praying. But like I said, it all starts with self and what you're going to do, and knowing that you need to do some work.
Definitely. I think it also goes with, sometimes you got to go back to your younger self and reparent yourself. You not saying your parent ain't do a good job. It's just some stuff that you got to reparent yourself. You got to be the parent. Your adult self got to be the parents. You got to be more sensitive to their inner child that your parents was a hard ass to, or you got to talk calmly, this, that, and the third, to that inner child, because you knew how you wanted to be parents. So now to hear that inner child, you got to go back and reparent. Basically, got to reparent yourself. And like, it's okay. It's okay to mess up, this, that, and the third. So do y'all think that's
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It also, another thing is forgiveness. Like not just forgiving other people, but forgiving yourself for how things you let slide, or things that you did or whatever. But also, I think for me is with parenting, when you say go back and parent yourself, you gotta be willing to be like, okay, well, let me look at how my mom or dad grew up. Look at their parents and be like, they had no clue.
right?
They had no clue on what they were doing. And also, like, I think how old I am now, I'm not gonna say, but 20 something. And I surpassed the age that my mom was when she had 3 kids. And I wouldn't know what to do per se with a child at this moment. So imagine being 22, 23 with 3 kids. I lost my mind.
Right.
And so they didn't have all the questions because they never had that. Nobody talked to them like that. And so I think with that, I've learned to just, she or he, and I'm not saying just my parent, but they didn't have all the answers. So I have to like some stuff. Now, some stuff you just like, nah.
Right.
All right. But they didn't have all the answers. So you gotta learn to just forgive them. Even if you don't give them an apology, you just, that's for you to know that I forgive them because they didn't know what to do. And so it led to whatever interaction with you that they missed out on.
Right.
So forgiveness is definitely a good part of that. And going back in your family saying, all right, and I know you had to deal with this.
Right. Same thing for you, Miss Rain.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with Asia. Like knowing who my grandparents were, like they didn't do shit right. So it's like literally the blind leading the blind, and then you have your own kids and you just winging it. Now you may do some stuff different, but a lot of times things are passed down. You just going for what you know. So it does take a lot of forgiveness. Of your parents, of your family, to a certain extent. I mean, you always forgive, but that don't mean mending needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely forgiveness of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Especially tapping back into that inner child and forgiving yourself for things that you were told were wrong or told that you did wrong when you know as an adult, I was not wrong in that situation for speaking up for myself. I was not wrong for doing this. I was not wrong for doing that. You have to, learn to forgive and also let go.
Yeah.
Let go of a lot.
I think, like Miss Wren said, letting go. How do you let go of, like, because since we speaking on inner child, how do we go back and let go certain? Because I feel like it's easier to let go stuff that happened in your adulthood, but when you go back and start picturing shit that happened in your childhood, how do we let go when we?
I feel like everyone gonna forever be a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever think that pain, even though you learn to work, I don't think you ever could completely let go of things as a child. And you're kind of right. As an adult, it is easy to be like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But as a child, I think you completely let go. I think you just learn to live through it in a way, because I mean, I feel like certain things you have to heal before you can go heal. Because even for myself, like, I think I'm so hard and so like standoffish because I ain't gonna never feel like how I felt as a child. Like, I'm never gonna be open and nice and so friendly with people, and I'm not never, and that's not a good thing.
Right.
Not a good thing to have. So you have to learn how to live with that. As lately, I really just been praying to be free from a lot of harbored energy towards people who did negative things to me as a child.
Same thing go for you, Miss Rain.
It's hard as fuck. I think that's like really like one of my hardest things right now is learning to let go, because my childhood was so traumatic. And I think more so of my problems that I have now as an adult stem from what I went through as a child. So knowing that the things I went through shaped the adult that I am today, and now getting in therapy and getting help and getting medicated, it makes me even more mad. You know what I'm saying? But in order to let go, you got to understand that letting go doesn't make the issue, what I'm trying to say, like, it doesn't make what happened, it doesn't erase it. It doesn't make it not wrong. You got to understand that holding that in is only going to
hurt you,
make you worse day by day. It eats you up. You get sick. You get evil. You just become this person that you say you don't want to be. You start becoming the people that hurt you.
Right.
And shit in. You have to realize that it does more harm than good. And you don't always want to be in a position to where you letting old shit resurface all the time. It does damage. So I think I have to keep reminding myself that serenity, this is only doing harm to you. You getting sick, girl, you getting pissed off, you getting angry when you should be out being young, living your life to the fullest. Fuck them folks. You know what I'm saying? You have to pray.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in God, you have to pray. To you, whatever, meditate, whatever you do to honor your higher power and get in tune with your higher power. You have to tap in and just really be like, okay, I'm ready to release.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to do whatever it takes to release. Exercise, eat right, self-care, smoke a blunt.
Right, ain't no wrong smoking no blunt if
you get what I'm
saying?
saying? But whatever you need to do within reason and that's healthy for you, do that and let it go.
Very, very much did. So if y'all don't mind, if this too personal, y'all ain't got to answer. I know how Miss Asia said she's such a hard ass because of shit happened in her past. So is it? Well, I guess Asia, you ain't got to answer because you already said it. So, Rand, is it something that you see pops up that in your adulthood that you were one way as a child that you switch as an adult?
Yeah, I think when I was younger, even though I was like still kind of hard and guarded as a child, I was friendlier then.
Mm-hmm.
I was more open to learning new things and new people and things of that nature. A lot of forgiveness back then, and now not so much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the new me, yes, starting to work on that, but more so not so much being open. Don't really want new friends, not open to new relationships, and definitely hard. Anybody can tell you, like, they be like, damn, bitch, ease up. Like, you such a nigga. Like, you just walk around like rah, like always. I'm independent, always like just got this hustling attitude, always about some paper, always, you know what I'm saying, like having fun. It's always business with me. Everything gotta be so, you know what I'm saying? And I think being a child, being taken advantage of, and being told not to cry makes you hard. Now, I can say I did not cry a lot when I was a child, and now I'm getting open to crying and releasing that. So that's a good one. But the bad stuff, yeah, I'm really like tied up and guarded.
Yeah, I say with me, like I said earlier, I'm really non-confrontational. I don't like, in my head, I be ready for war in my head to tell you off. But I just don't like how it plays off. I don't like how that makes me feel. So I kind of make sure people know off guard, like, don't mess with her or whatever. And then if you do get in and you miss me and I just, don't say nothing, it does something to me later on. So when the next person come around, I'm like, so I'm gonna say this. So this one time I felt like I should have been speaking up more so that I wouldn't go to it wouldn't be to the extreme that it ended up being. It was to the point where now, I'm gonna open my mouth about everything. And it was to the point, like, I was being like super mean to my friends. Like, I would just say anything, like stuff that I should never say. But it was like to the point where no one else is gonna run over me. I'm gonna tell people how I feel, and that's not me. I don't like how that feels, but I mean, it does that. Every now and then somebody get away with something that I know I should have spoke up about. I do that. Like, I had to catch myself yesterday. I was talking to my friend. I was like, I feel myself finna get ready to be mean again because I know I should have stuck up for myself and said something about this. Oh, I shouldn't have let this slip and not said anything. And then my friend said, remember last time now? And I said, okay. It does something to you. So you have to, like, you have to really watch that, because I mean, got to be somebody that ain't me. And I don't like being mean. I don't like arguing with folks. I mean, you try me, you got that coming, but I don't like being that way.
I most definitely did. I think mine is, I remember a certain family member told me I whined and like I was emotional too much as a younger child. So now it's like when I clearly can see somebody hurt, I don't know how to show them empathy because everybody was like, you too emotional, you whine too much, this, that, and the third. So it's like I clearly can see you hurt and this and third. I just be sitting there like a bump on the log because I shut my emotion off. So now I'm getting back in tune with my emotions and stuff. And sometimes when you get in tune with your emotions, you get in tune with all of them. You get in tune with your mad ones, your happy ones, your sad ones, your ones you want to cuss every bitch out on the planet. So I think that's all mine. I'm learning to be more, show people more grace and empathy and get more in touch with my emotions now. Because at first it was like I could care less about your feelings. And I'm getting more into like, okay, girl, you said I'm saying with you and stuff. So I'm getting in touch with my emotions and like like I know a while back on the episode I said, oh, the old Shay Lip is back. I'm ready to read every bitch. That's a part of me that folks that I don't like, that I will read any bitch and every bitch down, but I actually don't like that. Like Asia said, I don't like confrontation. Am I good at it when it happens? Hell yes. I love hitting the bitch and cussing the whole out. I love doing it, but I avoid it in every cost until I can't avoid it no more. Got some so very like I don't like confrontation, but I'm good in it when it happens. So anything else y'all want to add to this topic? I feel like we can revisit this because it's much to add to healing your younger self.
I'll say is every day you're gonna be a work in progress. You're never not gonna be a work in progress. Mm-hmm. Every day, new levels come with new devils, and you're gonna always kind of revert back to what you know a little bit. So definitely work on yourself because you won't forever be in work in progress. But the end results will be beautiful because you know how mean and horrible of a person I was high school. You would be, and even that it may not look that way, but I know the reason. So you should always work on yourself. Like, I don't care what nobody say, get the help. If you feel like you need help, get help. Mm-hmm.
Every day the sun will shine, but that's why I love tomorrow, and that's work to glow realer.
Nah, I love tomorrow.
There's word to glow realer. But no, healing is definitely not linear. Everybody's healing journey is different, and I think people don't understand that healing is ongoing. You will never be fully healed in all areas. Mm-hmm. You will not. It's ongoing. But it is very, very, very important to realize that your inner child, if that person is not healed, that you will be an adult that is not healed, and that will forever cause issues for you. Your inner child can get to screaming at you. You know what I'm saying? For you to fulfill the most basic needs or the most extra needs that you have. So I think it's important to listen. A lot of people try to stray away, forget, and block out things, but that's when you really need to tap in the most and see what you need so you can become a healthier, better version of yourself.
Very much. Yes, ma'am. We better preach today. So very much everything my co-host said, just healing your inner child is gonna be a working process for days on end, years on end, till damn near you dead. You always gonna be healing that little baby that felt like they wasn't loved enough, that they wasn't talked to enough. Oh, do he gotta heal his younger self?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right, baby.
I felt the same thing I had felt earlier.
So it's gonna be an ongoing process, and like I said, sometimes you got to go back and reparent your younger self, and you got to be the parent now. And you just talk to your younger self, talk to yourself. Shit. It's like we don't want Kanye West to talk to himself, but everybody else, y'all talk to yourself. We want you to talk to yourself, talk it out. Sometimes it's not good to talk to other people. You gotta talk to yourself, baby. And that's how we may revisit this conversation later on in the season or maybe the next season, because this is a good topic. We probably have some other stuff to add to it because this topic was on my heart, so I had to go ahead and let it be known. So that's how we're gonna end this topic, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into the last segment, shot of the week. Shot of the week. Oh, I should make a theme song. Shot of the week. Shot. Y'all already know what we do. After a long week, we go down to the bar, we take a shot, and we let it loose. So, what is y'all shot of the week?
Everything is not about you.
Oh,
everything is not about you.
I like
you. Although people like to be the main character, the center of attention, or whatever, you gotta understand that other people exist. Other people have their feelings. You can't just make everything about you. A lot of the times, things we do, it's a team effort. It's a team effort, and so I think people need to work on not being so selfish. Or even if some people not necessarily selfish, but just so used to being stuck in them that it turns out selfish, you know. Yeah, everything's not about you. You got to think more outside of just you in your box. So that is my shot.
All right, I like that. Yeah, stop being a selfish. How you feel about it, Miss Aisha? What's your shot of the week?
Don't say you know.
You ain't got a shot of the week.
You go ahead and see what
okay. What's my shot of the week? Lord Jesus, I had about 52 arms, so it was so many. Everything just be getting on my nerve. And sometimes shot of the week ain't got to be about getting on your nerve, but lately, been getting on my nerve. My shot of the week is don't be petty with a petty bitch. That's my shot of the week. What I mean by that is if you're gonna play this petty game, play it with the right bitch. Cause I know I say I'm the king of shade, which I am. I too am also the king of pettiness. I be petty.
I too.
I be petty with everybody. So my thing is, if you gonna be petty, cause you gonna put it on the show, bitch. I'm gonna put it on a whole Broadway production. That's my shot of the week. Be petty with the right petty bitch. Boom.
What you gonna say?
You got something to say?
You got something to say?
You got something to say, friend?
She said she went quiet because she got to stay tonight.
Oh.
I think my shot of the week is what I'd like to title accountability.
Oh. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people not taking accountability make situations bigger than what they could be, what they should not be. Right? I'm not saying it right. Okay. Sometimes situations be made bigger than they should be because some people want to take accountability of their actions in certain situations. Now, I'm a big person. I play a lot. Like, if so happy, I'd be like, well, they made me do that. You know? They made me do that. But in honesty, I'm really playing. But like, if something really happens and I feel like so horrible about it, like I've learned how to take accountability. Okay, I could have did better in this, and I want you. I'm trying to cuss no more, but I've been doing a horrible job the last couple days. I want you whores to take accountability when you in the wrong and what's the word I'm trying to say? Stop putting it off for everybody else when you know that you're the reason that something happened. It's solely based on if you didn't do this, nothing else would come about. And that's just with everything. It's accountability of if somebody have an attitude with you, you kind of sort of did something for them to have an attitude with you. Or if I'm saying something about you, you kind of sort of did something. So let's just take accountability about all that actions. And I'm trying to too, you know? I ain't gonna play around. I do take accountability. I really do. I'm the person that will sit back and be like, nah, if I ain't do this, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
But please take accountability because y'all start pissing me off.
Mm-hmm. And that right there could tie it in with our main topic, accountability, because sometimes you got to. So
you know, for real, like I had to take accountability of some stuff that went wrong in my life. You placed it there. Like you could have easily been like, you heard folks say, oh, don't do that. But I'm type of a cheat sometimes. Sometimes I have to go get some grain.
All the same.
I have to go get some grain sometimes. And it be leaving me like, you knew better than me. And then I get evil after it. So this time around, I'm gonna be in my prayer closet. I ain't gonna get evil.
I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. The peoples of the Tips and Cocktail Land, we have missed y'all. We is back. Y'all already know every Friday.
New co-hosts and everything.
Yeah, right. See? Got new things popping. So y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Tell the people where they can find y'all at. Where the people can find y'all at in the social world. She gonna go first.
Yeah, find her at It's GG World.
Okay. And that's on all social media.
All social media.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and she said, hold on, what you say?
What'd she say?
She said on TikTok is Gianni, the dog ass bitch.
Okay.
Period. I'm on social media at CYRENITYYY.
Period. And what about you, Miss Asia?
It's simply Asia Monet on all social media. Monet spelled MONAE. I kind of want to change my name on everything. But since I've been putting on here, I'm keep the same.
Y'all know y'all can find me at all things Shade Lips up on Twitter. It is Shade Lips 1. Then also y'all can follow our group pages at It's Tipsy Cocktails on Instagram and Tipsy Cocktail on Twitter. And y'all can also follow send letters, questions, advice down to our email at it's tipsycocktail@gmail.com. Y'all most
Can I write a letter in?
Yeah, the next person to send a letter, we're gonna have Gianni read it on the next episode.
Can I write a letter? I can't send a letter in, Gianni. Talk about my horrible life.
And then y'all can also it's TikTok, it's Tipsy Cocktail Podcast. And if y'all don't remember none of this shit we just said, it will be in the description below. And we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
Say bye-bye.